Jonathan Spear.
And this is Estevan, and we're here to talk about this week's game against Utah State. Last week had a tough loss, but I mean, how are we going to bounce back this week, Don?
Quarterback Nick Starkel is back with his roommate Nick Nash. They weren't looking too hot against Nevada last week. Maybe, of course, he's rusty. Starkel is rusty, but it's going to be up to him. Going back to his play from last season, I got us back to the Mountain West Championship.
Yeah, and I think I'm just curious how the Spartans are going to use both quarterbacks coming up in this game. I mean, we saw them in the Nevada game, and they threw Nick Starkel in. He had some good drives and some bad ones. We also saw Nick Nash, and we know what he can do with his dual threat capability. He can run, he can throw. So I just want to know how, or if they even want to incorporate that into next week's game coming up. I mean, it's a big one, but that was a tough loss for the Mountain West standing. I mean,
yeah, that was their last chance to get into the Mountain West Championship, and since they lost,
there's possibility, there's a chance, but there's going to be a lot of other things that they need to happen that they're not in control in anymore. I just think the direction of this team, I mean, they've fought hard all year. They've dealt with the injury bug. Nick Nash has played great in the games that he's been in. You couldn't really ask for more. I think the one thing that really gets to this team is the penalties. The penalties are a killer, and it's been happening a couple of weeks here and there. It's been big-time penalties that kind of set back the team's progress. But how are they going to pull off this win coming up? I mean, even Vegas has, just to throw this little sports bet in, I think Vegas has the Spartans at a 4.5 winning. So
Utah is 7-2. Utah State is 7-2, and they're better, arguably, than Nevada. And I don't know what they can do in a week. It kind of doesn't. The game doesn't really matter anymore unless they try their heart out. Actually, try their heart out for a win. But it's almost the end of the season. They will have to come back. Maybe another comeback story. So it would be cool. It will be a comeback.
I don't know, man. I think they rely on that defense. I think that defense has been solid all year. And they just go with their run game. Go with all of the strengths. I mean, they had Tyler Evans. He's been having some great games here and there. And like I said, if you put Nick Nash in there and kind of mix it up with Nick Starkel, have Nick Starkel lead some drives and some passes.
Nash got so much experience this season. Like, he was a starting quarterback, man. So,
well, yeah,
we have dual threat now, like you said, and it's dual-headed snake. Maybe they can conjure something up. Brendan can conjure
with
something
those
up.
5 games, I mean, he broke the San Jose State rushing record for a quarterback, and that was only 5 career starts for the guy. So, I mean, he can run, and I've seen him throw. He can throw too. So, it's going to be really interesting how. I think that's going to be the big story. How are they going to use them both? Or even if they want to use them both, they can just stick to one. So, I don't know. I think it's going to be a really interesting game to watch.
I'll also say one thing. Even if we don't repeat as Mountain West champions, this team definitely improved from last season. Like, man, if Starkel stays healthy, we're good. We're good for the future of, like, San Jose State. Like, Nick Nash is good now. Just he could start for us again, and we'll be fine. That's what I think he showed us this season.
I think the defense has been the defense and the run game have been the main points for this team. I mean, they fight hard in every game I've seen, other than, I believe, the Western Michigan game. I think that was the only game where we can actually see them not competing at the same level. But other than that, they've been in every game so far. It's been down to the wire. It's going to be a tough one, but I think it should be a really interesting match Saturday, and I'm just ready to see it.
Utah State. It's going to be in San Jose at SFQ Stadium at 7 o'clock.
7 us. Yeah, we'll catch you there, guys. By the way, if we're going to put on some predictions, I got San Jose 25, Utah 20. What do you got?
I'll go
Utah State, by the way. Just clarify.
I'm going to say Utah State is going to win. I'm sorry. But Utah State 20 to San Jose State's 7, man. It's gonna be low scoring, man. It's gonna be low scoring, but we're gonna get like one touchdown.
No faith in the team, guys. San Jose 25, Utah State 20. Mark it right now. We're gonna get the 5-point spread, boys. And that's it.
Yeah, catch it Saturday, November 13th at 7 o'clock at SFQ Stadium. But we're out though.
7:30, guys. Sorry about that.
Dawn from the Spear.
And Estevan from the Spear. Bye, guys.